You will do up-in curls. You know what I mean by up-in curls? Actual up-in kind of curls. Before the war, in the old days, we used to call it cakes and biscuits because it was supposed to look like a plate of cakes and biscuits all stacked up on each other. So when they say, "Can I have up-in curls, please?" Say, "Do you mean cakes and biscuits?" Right, so again, really important is foundation. You've got to get the foundation right for this because you've got plenty of hair, you're going to build it up quite high. If the foundation isn't there, it's going to wobble. You know, when she's walking down the street, it's kind of wobble, it's not very nice. Also, I am working away from a mirror now, but it's really important you do this in front of a mirror because if it's coming up here, you want it to be coming up straight. You don't really want it to be leaning to one side. Sometimes, like I'm doing it and I'm working and I'm thinking, I'm really pleased with that. And I look in there and it's going right off to one side. So I kind of lean on it a bit, try and straighten it off. So back home, back home, back home, back home. Yeah. I'm doing this as well so you can see, you know, if this was a client that's walked into the salon, this is about the speed we should be going, really. What you don't want to be doing is putting somebody's hair up and your next client's waiting for you and you're thinking, oh, I've got to do this quick. You know, you don't want any pressure, really. It's pressure enough. You charge a separate price for putting hair up.
Yeah.
Because what you need to do is kind of work out how long it takes you. If it takes you an hour to put somebody's hair up, then you should charge the same as a cotton blow dry, just for putting it up. Otherwise, to be honest, there's no point. It's like we can book a cut in at the same time. See, at the moment, I'm only going probably about halfway up with the back combing. You'll see why in a minute, because when we get to putting the curls in, I'll be really back combing those ends at that point. Ask any questions as we go along. I'm more than happy. Obviously, I'm teaching really well because nobody's got any questions. After that one's with a group set. Has anybody got any questions? I said, look, come on, somebody's asking something, anything. And she goes, who was the first man on the moon? It's not quite what I had in mind.
More hair related.
So, what we need to decide when we're doing curls or rolls, whatever, is where we want them before we start. Do we want them to come straight up here? Do we want them to come out the back? Do we want them to sit kind of into the nape of the neck? Because that depends now, the next bit, where we put the grips. We don't use elastic bands, we don't use cones, we don't use bun rings.
Is that no?
There are times, if we want to get a lot more volume, there are times when it's okay to use a bun ring, but as a foundation, as a style support, rather than to make a bun round. You can make a bun yourself, you don't need a bun ring to do it. In the old days, before the war, we didn't have any such thing as that. So what we actually used to do is stuff a stocking with hair. We used to get hair off the floor and stuff a stocking with it. And they're called rats. That's actually because they look like rats. Think like if you just cut your client, you can actually make sure that the hair matches as well. Don't be afraid. afraid to use plenty of spray. And this is a really, really, really good spray to use, so it brushes straight off. It's really, really good. Right, so because I'm going to build curls kind of from about here, if I was looking in the mirror, I would be able to see where I am. If this is for a wedding, they're going to have a tiara on. I would put the tiara on at this stage and see where they want it to sit, because I'd be building curls behind it. But I can't actually see what I'm doing. You'll have to forgive me if it goes off to one side.
So you build the curls with the tiara on?
No, I would just look, because then what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to put a circle of grips around the base, because that's kind of where I want the foundation to be. Foundation, again, really, 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 really important. At this stage as well, if you look in the mirror, you can also decide if you want any more volume to this. Once we've put this row of grips in and we start to build the curls, we can't change this then, we can't put more volume into it. So do you see when I put that first grip in, I just pushed it forward a little bit, just so there's a little bit of volume.
So it starts sort of flattening?
Yeah, you might want it like that.
Yeah.
You know, I do some girls who do like flamenco dancing and they want it absolutely flat to their head. If you want it flat, you would still put the back combing in to start with.
But just smooth it down.
Yeah. Yeah, feel free to walk around me. Don't not be able to see. This is a good base for lots and lots of things. Look, we can just wind that into a little chignon, and that's actually a really nice updo already.
Would you start like this, whether you was doing the curls on top or underneath?
Yeah, and wherever if you were putting the curls down here, I would do exactly the same, but I'd put my base of grips.
Yeah.
The base of grips that's going around in a circle is where the curls are going to build from. So if I wanted it really low down, I'd put the grips down here really low. I'm going to show you something this afternoon when we're doing a bit more advanced stuff of how we can do that really quickly. Just bear in mind, the idea of today is this is work that we should be doing in the salon. It's alright doing pretty things and taking 3 hours to do it, but that's not practical while we're in the salon. It's surprising how few people can put hair up well. In town, one of the very well-known hairdressers in town, when she got married, she came to me to have her hair put up because nobody in her salon could do it, which I actually think is disgusting, actually. She after that put on a class with me and now they can all put hair up, but even for her to admit that none of her staff could put hair up, I think it's really strange. Yeah. So because we did the back combing first, and because we've sprayed it well, you can kind of see already what a good foundation we've got there. Without this, it's not going to stay up, and there's actually no point carrying on with it until we know that this is firm and secure. Does it feel secure? I had a model or a chunk of hair. We're going to have a little spray and we're going to make sure that we've got some back combing in there. So now, if we were just going to make one barrel roll in that, we would kind of start from the top and wind it down and then pin that in. Yeah? But all that hair inside there we've wasted. That could be making other curls.
Yeah.
So what we're actually going to do is start the barrel roll here and pull this end out. And then going to grip that in. And then can you see we've actually got hair left here that we can make another roll with here. That's all from the same piece of hair. The thing that often we used to do when we were doing it properly, we actually used to have to add hair. We put hair pieces on so that there was enough hair to do this with. But actually mostly there's enough hair there already, it's just they're winding it all down inside the curls. So at the moment that goes that way and then the end of the hair comes out and comes this way. Yeah? So can you see that out of that curl comes a piece of hair the opposite direction? Well, I want that to happen on this side, but of course the hair here is going in the wrong direction. So I'm going to take a pin or a grip. Let me see. I'm going to put the grip in the hair there and I'm actually going to grip that inside there. Now what we've done is change the direction of the roots so we can bring that this way. That, funnily enough, is the formula for when we're doing up in curls. You've just got to think where the roots are, which direction the curl is coming. Do I want to change the direction of those roots? Okay, see what I'm doing on alternating sides. I'm going to curl this side and curl that side and curl this side. What tends to happen, especially if you're getting a bit anxious with it, and you're thinking, Christ, my lady's waiting and this is never going to happen, your curls get tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter. And if you're working on one side first and then on the other side, oh, this is all lovely big barrel rolls and this is all really tight on that side. So this one, look, I'm going to bring you know when you drop a comb on the floor, you should never put it straight back in the client's head. So what you do, you rattle the tray to make them think that
I've got it all sprayed on. And we've all done it.
yeah.
You've got to spit on it then.
Yeah, I do all this. What, Tommy shirt
I do,
and all that
right.
kind of stuff. Can you see this curl now is coming this way? So
Yeah.
I want this next curl to go this way, and I left an end out as well. What's fabulous with this, because we've got this lovely colour on the ends, is every alternate hair is a different colour. Can you see now where I've pinned that in? This is coming out from that curl. Oops. Hold on.
Constantly dropping my comb.
Thank you, darling. So now on this side. So this curl's coming this way, so I'm going to bring this curl this way over the top of it. Also, because we're dealing with much smaller pieces of hair, by separating these out into two curls, they're actually much easier to deal with. We're not winding the hair down. Can you see what's starting to happen with it, how it's building up? You might look at that now and think, I actually like that. You know, you might decide just to do like a big kind of swirly chignon or something. Look how nice that looks. With the tiara there, it's gorgeous. But we'll carry on. We need to leave some hair for the centre. We're going to take that out of the way. And we're carrying on working around the base that we built. That piece of hair is rolling this way, but this one is going to roll this way. I'll leave that for a second because I've rolled myself into a corner. That one I'm going to leave. Everybody happy with what I'm doing so far? Are you understanding what's going on? No answer was the firm reply to that one.
Sometimes to do it, don't you?
Yeah. But by breaking it down into little sections, by breaking each curl down into several curls,
Yeah.
you're actually making life much easier for yourself. And by getting the base right first, knowing where I'm going to put the curls, it's all planned.
Yeah.
You find most people when they're putting hair up, they actually start without really any particular idea of where they're going. This, I know exactly where each curl's going. I can't help myself, I'm leaving the turquoise bits out because they make beautiful separate curls. The same as would if somebody got like balayage or you know, very blonde ends or whatever, that would also work really well. This curl is coming this way round, so I don't want this curl to go in the same direction. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change the route by pinning that down first, or up it could have gone, and then that's going to come over the top of that now. Can you see? When I trained, my boss used to come and look at every curl and make sure that there was no two curls going in the same direction. And if there were, he might take the whole thing down and start again. I used to love it. Oh, do you see what I did? Just enough of that lovely green to take over that colour. If you look at what that curl and that does, it's actually a bow. So you could have pulled all that back into just 3 curls and just made a big bow on the back of it. This one I'm going to change the direction of the root. I'm going to pin it in there first. And man, this isn't considered advanced yet. We get to that this afternoon.
It's easy as that, off you go.
Yep. So we need to look with these two now and just make sure that the curls make sense. So I'm going to bring that one this way. So that one's going inside there. Should I join that in? No, I'm not. And the last one. If you always try and think where your next curl is going to go, so think ahead a little bit, because can you see now? This is coming slightly downwards. I've got one rolling down there, one rolling down there now. So this curl's going to come this way, which means it kind of makes sense of all of those. So I'm going to do what I've been doing before. I'm just going to pin the roots in a slightly different direction, and then bring this over this way. Does that make sense? I do ramble on a bit sometimes, as Sarah will tell you, and then but always stop if you don't understand. Say, yeah, tell me that again. Nice little curl. These pretty well stay there by themselves, but you can just pop a little pin in there. Little trick if you've not seen that before. When you put your pins in, if you bend one edge of your pin, then when it goes in, it actually can't come out. And without a mirror, it's fairly in the middle, actually. So let's do a little spin.
Lovely.
Then we're going to have some lunch, and then...
Well, I thought that was lunch.
No time. And then you can try out some of the tricks this afternoon. But then what I want you to do is, your models pick a scenario. Pick, like, I'm getting married this weekend, I'm going to a 1930s, I'm doing so-and-so. And then we'll do a reel in salon in an hour, like you would have in the salon, but using everything that you've learnt today. And then there's a prize for the best one. It's a nice prize, it's nice.
A cuddly toy.
Yeah!
Can we bribe the judge?
Yes. Right. So we say in now, Madam's come to us, we really haven't got very much time, and she's going out tonight, and we want to do something really super fast, but we want to make it look like we've had something done. So, take a piece of hair outside, get it into two sections. You must have seen this before. Take the bottom section over the top and swap hands. Take a piece of hair with the top and a piece of hair with the bottom and do the same again. And just carry on working all the way down to the bottom. We're going to do the same this side. Watching. Bottom over the top always. All the way down to the bottom. Pull it into the same side, we're going to put the bangs in.
Just put a topsy-turvy around and you can just done it. Then we don't have to score that. Just take a chunk of it and we'll just
just going to do a very, very loose plait. Really, really, really loose.
So quick.
Yeah? Happy so far? Take one of the pieces of the strands of plait and we're just going to push it all up like that. Roll this underneath up and we're just going to put a couple of pins in there. Take another section. Really loose plait. Just keep hold of one of the sections, push it all up. The reason I'm using the shine spray is just to close the cuticle down because I wouldn't be able to push it up if I didn't use it. He's tucking the ends in, you know, the bit that was left over from the plait. Literally just tuck them in. It's like 4 pins and about.
Lovely.
Beautiful. Can't see.
If you know, you're getting towards the end of a wedding and time's getting on, I mean that's a really good way on kind of freshly straightened or freshly washed hair because it's much easier to do these things without. 2 pieces of hair tighten a knot. That's all I've done. I'm going to take the next 2 pieces of hair and I'm going to tie it in a knot. Oops. And the next 2.
Let's get it right.
Yeah.
Isn't it? That's gorgeous. Does look nice with the green going through.
Lovely, it is actually
Yeah,
really, really
makes
nice.
it.
It really, really
Just
does. What was that? A minute?
Yeah.
So I'm always going to go this side over this side. So 2 pieces of hair, this side over this side, swap hands. I'm going to take a piece of hair in with that side and a piece of hair in with that side. And I'm going to twist, swap hands. Piece of hair with that side, piece of hair with that side. And I'm going to twist.
I know.
I'm going to twist. I'm going to twist. And I'm going to twist.
Really hard to do yourself. I think.
This actually, the twisty things are really easy to do on yourself because there's only 2 pieces of hair.
Yeah.
You're not doing only 3 pieces of hair all the time. So that 2 pieces of hair, I'm going to twist both pieces of hair the same way, and I'm going to turn them over. Twist and turn, 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 twist and turn. End it with a rope, yeah? Well, you're paying attention to that one. And I'm just going to, bits of rope, I'm just going to pull out, but pull that out, and pull that out, pull that out, that out. Which everybody wants to see again. So twist the hair in the same direction and then wrap them over the opposite way to what you twist. Pull bits of hair out.
Your hair wet and go to sleep in it and take it out, your hair's not curling in the morning as well.
Yeah.
It's like spiral.
Yeah, it's quite good. We used to kind of really do that very tightly, and it's highly politically incorrect now, but we used to call them Zulu knots. But you're not allowed to call them Zulu knots anymore, apparently.
Why?
It's because it's supposed to be politically incorrect,
What's a
isn't it?
Zulu?
Oh, no, not a
Zulu, it's a black
African
person from
tribe.
South Africa.
Oh.
You need to watch the film.
Yeah, with what's his name, isn't it? No.
No, it's old.
Older than
Yeah,
that.
it's really old. My dad's
Michael
favourite
Caine.
film.
Michael Caine, yeah. Oh God, it's got loads of.
He's
old
got
ones.
loads of fill-ins, only when he shouts, and you think, that's not right.
Yeah, you think they wouldn't have had that then?
No, it really irritates me in that film.
Oh, that's really nice, isn't it? It's just got a little bridesmaid. It's just all blue, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty, that is. Is he sick yet?
The other way next.
This